Hey, peace and blessings to you. My name is Jere B. I am the EntreMusician, and so are you. What we're going to talk about today is 7 ways to a prosperous week. 7 ways you can tweak your week and make it more prosperous. The EntreMusician is always about moving that needle forward, advancing and progressing. Even if it's the inchworm mentality, we don't care. We have that rear view mirror and we look in that sucker and we go, wow, look how far we've come. Some will go faster than others. That's not the goal, but the goal is to move forward. Here are 7 ways you can do that. But before we do that, you know we got to do this. All of our videos are sponsored by the wonderful people at Provoke, which is the only beverage on the planet designed to soothe, refresh, and restore your voice. If you talk all day, if you sing all night, you have to have vocal. You want to go to drinkvocal.com to learn more. Here are 7 ways to a more prosperous week. Number 1, create hard and fast rituals daily. The EntreMusician's life is all about rituals. And by rituals, I mean habits. By habits, I mean doing things consistently, getting up in the morning, making sure you do this, and that. The night before, preparing for the next day, making sure you do this, and that. You fill in the blanks, what they are, and you live by these suckers, man. You live by them, you push, you make sure it's on point. I want you to go to michaelhyatt.com, My Ideal Week. That really changed my life, and that really gave me a number 2, which is give every day a name. Every day of the week, I have a name for my week. Monday is my web week. 2, because I'm a pastor at my church, is where I'm in the office most often. Pastoral day. Number 3, Wednesday, is my Bible day, when I'm learning, when I'm preparing. Number 4 is my music day, where I'm either in the studio, I'm just devoted to music, whether it's practicing for performance, writing songs, whatever it is musical related. Fridays are my appointment days, where I make the appointments to do this, and this, where I'm making sure that I'm calling, boom. Saturdays are the days that I'm usually practicing, preparing for either whatever band or situation I'm in, and I'm concentrating on those things mostly on Saturdays. On Sundays, obviously, it's church for my family and I, and then our family hanging out, hooking up. Now, again, I try to keep it rigid, but I try to keep it loose enough. That means that, if there's an appointment that I must take on a Monday because it just works out that way, I'll take that appointment. But generally, when people want to meet, it's going to be on the Friday. I know it already. My week is cemented into my mind, and that goes back up to number 1, which is keeping that ritual on point. Give every day a name. Number 3 is tackle one big musical thing a day. Okay, I talked about this a little bit in one of my previous videos, and that's even with respect to if it's 15 minutes, but tackle one big musical thing a day. Primarily, this is geared toward part-time musicians who have a day job, but they are so geared on getting out of that day job and making music the full-time thing. You want to do that. You want to look at, do I have 15 minutes? Do I have half an hour? Do I have 2 hours that I set aside every day? And this happens. And it may not seem like much. There were times where I had to-do lists where I had 7 different things a day musically that I was going to do, even though I had a full schedule otherwise, and it just did not scale. It was not effective, but I scaled that sucker down to one thing. And so you get one thing done. That's 30 things a month. That's 360 things a year, and some of our counterparts are not even doing that. They may be doing one thing a week. They may be doing one thing a month. But if you do one thing a day and you commit yourself to that time period, 15 minutes, half hour, 2 hours, whatever it is, you will see that needle start to move. Number 4 is eat light and eat right. Okay, both. Eat light, eat right. Jere, what is that doing here? But it's a prosperous week. If you're taking care of your body, if you're exercising, if you're eating the right things and not scarfing down the next drive-through down the street, you will find that when you get to be my age, you still feel great. You still are able to perform great because you are doing things right. You don't experience filling up your gut until that's it, and you have to take Tums and all these other things for indigestion because you're eating small, light, healthy meals throughout the day to keep you energized, to keep your body, your tempo on the one. Number 5, schedule daily think breaks. Now, I must admit, I'm not an expert at doing this. I got this from John Maxwell, who wrote this excellent book called Thinking for a Change. Wonderful book in helping you to process what type of thought do I need to employ for next week, for next month, for tomorrow, or for even next year. And he has a whole bunch of different thinking processes that you can work through. Of course, there's critical thinking and reflective thinking. There's abstract thinking. There's all kinds of ways to employ your thought to empower your next project. And schedule. This is where it gets hard for me. I'm giving you advice that I'm trying to follow to a T myself. This one I'm having trouble with, but you have to stop. You have to schedule it on your clock where you say, this 15 minutes I'm going to take and I'm going to think about whether it's that song, whether it's that arrangement, whether it's that recording process, whether it's that feature or that plug-in or whatever it is, but I'm just going to think about it. I'm away from it. I'm not working on it, but I'm thinking about it, and I'm jotting down my thoughts so that when I get back to it, boom, boom, boom. It has helped. I just want to confess that I haven't been as consistent in this area that I'd like to be, but I can see where it's very, very helpful. So you want to schedule a think break every day. Number 6 is to read and learn. Now, you've got these superstar guys out there that read a book a week. Again, I gotta confess, I'm not there yet, but I'm at about a book and a half or so a month. I am increasing my reading, and the subject, it could be novels, it could be, your field, it could be your instrument, it could be your software, whatever it is. Make sure that you're sharpening that saw and that you're reading and you're learning. Don't let a week go by where you haven't learned something new about what you do. Hey, that might be the next rap. Don't let a week go by without learning something new about what you do. And you will find that you will become an expert in your field faster than you could have imagined, because you're ingesting all of the things that you need to know to feed your spirit, to feed your mind, and to help employ new ideas that you're going to keep cranking out. And finally, number 7. Again, this is confession time. I've had to confess the last 3. Review, and plan ahead. Review and plan ahead. Review what you've done that week, that month, that year, and then plan. What mistakes have I made? What goals did I set that I did not achieve? Where were the areas where I did not finish as strong as I wanted to? And all of these things, ask yourself questions. Evaluate yourself. Have other people evaluate you. Hey, here was my goal. I tried to do this, and third quarter was a disaster. Have them help you point out the blind spots and then plan ahead accordingly. I'm cool on the planning, but the reviewing, I need y'all to pray for me on that one. I don't do enough reviewing, but I know it's helpful. And when I do, I find it's very useful for what I'm trying to accomplish. So those are my 7 ways to a more prosperous week. May you prosper, may you grow, may your career just take off. I wish you peace and blessings on it. I want you to please subscribe, like, and share this video, and join us at the EntreMusician.com. The buzz is spreading. The dialogue is picking up. We're waiting for you. My name is Jere B. I am the EntreMusician, and so are you. We will see you next time. God bless.